Fujin, though, probably outclassing Robocop. Not to say that Robocop's is slow, but Fujin's possibly the fastest ground movement in the game, at least top 2.
So it is that air crowd control cannon, as you can see. And he has this, the air charge, so it's a very anti-air focused build.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. And so far, it's already paying off. Oh, but the down to crushing blow. I'm not sure exactly what that was punishing, but that's going to be a lot of damage. And now Sooneo is going to have to go back to this zoning game and see how much damage you can get from it. But I do like these picks of moves.
Love that little backwards movement from Hayatei right there to be outside of the range that Sooneo wanted to attack at. At that real dangerous interactable spot right there. Oh, no, it's instead going to be Hayatei.
Yeah, can he finish it from this? It's going to be pretty close. Yeah, he's going to spend the bar and just barely be able to do it. And yeah, this has been a pretty much exactly, honestly, I would say how I expect this match to go, right? We're not going to see a whole lot of this kind of like footsies range stuff. It's going to be a whole lot of like making the right read on when to go in with the either high angle moves or the low angle moves. And we haven't seen the forward 3 yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Tried it out, why not? But Hayatei's there instead. He's got the knockdown, he's got the corner.
That's a normal string, even though it looks like a special. Oh, nice! The short hop. That's a great way to anti-air short up into the shield charge.
He's gonna get out of the corner for himself. Wow! Yo, that was about to be the sickest forbidden combo, but cool anyway.
Oh, that was, yeah, it was very, very cool. I would love to see exactly what he tries to get off of that. All right, goes to the down 2, just expecting a breakaway, being max damage. He just needs chip here, but now he's got no defensive bar. That's really scary.
Threatening with that air forward charge, even on the jump back. But Hayatei's here.
Oh yeah, he's playing so patient right now. He knows that one hit is death. He can't get clipped by anything. Oh, that was so scary. That could have been a punish into Fatal Blow.
Oh, Sooneo's like so safe. Okay, all right.
Understandably. All it takes is one hit. But yeah, making usage of the fact that he's got so much life, he can play patient, he has the life lead. Wow, max range! Great reaction to that with push. I would have thought that would have hit, but Sooneo knew.
Here's Hayatei. Sooneo tried to press a button, and Hayatei takes great advantage. Great damage, 300 into the corner. That's not 30% against this big boy, but 300 nevertheless.
Oh yeah, another nice advantage of having that wrist rocket is actually it's the like highest damage ender that he has as far as going meterless. Weird little fact. I don't know why it does so much damage, but it's a great move. He's got to find another way out of the corner. It's not going to be easy. I like the fact that Hayatei is backing up, but maybe a little bit too much. Sooneo immediately reacting to it. The Fatal Blow's there again. We haven't seen a single Fatal Blow in either of the sets so far from Hayatei. He just hasn't found the moment.
Oh, look how patient they both are. Neither one wants to overcommit. They both understand it can be the end. Oh no! You knew it was coming. You said earlier in that first round, oh, I'm sure it'll come eventually. Well, it did to seal game number 1.
Both of the things that I'd mentioned we hadn't seen yet, he bought them both out at the exact same time. And for perfect effect right when he needed to. And I also got a note, it's really cool because we saw him do a really late cancel into the Fatal Blow. So I think he actually hit confirmed it, which you can actually do with forward 3. It has one of the longest cancel windows of any normal in Mortal Kombat 11. Mostly you can't one-hit hit confirm in the game, but that's one of the normals that you actually can. I think he did in that moment, which is beautiful.
It definitely looked like it, and I've seen him do it in the past. He's, again, is a fantastic top-level player, so it's certainly something that he's capable of. I like that he saved that for that situation. He didn't do the forward 3 the entire time. I don't know that that lulls somebody like Sooneo to complacency, who obviously understands like what the risks are at all times, but still the fact that he didn't do it might mean that it wasn't at like the forefront, at least, of Suneo's mind.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, just, conditioning him that he doesn't have to worry about it as much is going to be a big deal. But also, I have to note, it was really cool to see Sooneo was, I think, a little bit like ready to just fight out of the corner, because being in the corner means that certain pressure strings, like the fact that you can't like fly over them with Fujin, do the spin and then land, because you land point blank and it's punishable. So he was actually using the corner kind of to defend himself and stop the air shenanigans, and it almost worked. It almost worked. He held that lead until that final moment, and I'd like to see him try that again.
Oh, he's so fast! Oh my God.
Oh, I know. Nobody expects the ground movement. You're like, okay, he's going to be flying around in the air, and then he comes to the ground, you're like, what? All right, no crushing blow on the forward 2-2 yet.
Oh,
Oh,
one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they both like that was a very weird interaction. All just whipping. Oh, beautiful pickup.
Got the rest. Committed to ducking, it looks like, with Sooneo.
Yeah, that's the other actually nice thing is that a lot of times point blank in the corner, you don't get the conversions that you want to with Fujin. He's such a complicated character. You have to have space to be able to guide the tornado in, which is a really awkward thing. So without meter, you get less in the corner, and a lot of pressure is worse in the corner. Not to say that the corner isn't advantageous, but it looks like Sooneo is kind of taking advantage of that.
Every time Robocop jumps back, he could be moving forward, and you never know when that's going to happen. So you see as Hayatei approaches, he understands he's not over-pressing. We're running out of time. 15 on the clock.
Oh, the jump kick. Oh, the pickup, that's going to be it. Yeah, the fatal blow conversion. No way to get out of that. Really, really nice pickup. You know, I think the fact that he'd won with the forward 3 before was causing Sooneo to kind of like try a different like mode of defense right there, and he was trying to maybe jump over it and whiff punish it, which is kind of the easiest way to deal with it, but instead he just got clipped and he didn't go back to the forward 3. So smart stuff.
I love Hayatei's movement because it's not always super fast and ground-based, and it's not always airborne either. You just don't know where he's going to go. He's really good at picking different options at all times. And that's making it tough for Sooneo to pick where to zone at.
Yeah, and I mean, that's really what you got to do with Fujin. He's not a character that really opens you up with a lot of like 50-50s or like grab, you know, strike throw mix-ups as much. He's really about like making your opponent mess up by using his mobility and then finding these weird surprise openings. Ooh, it's jumping, not quite hitting. Nobody punishing anybody for any weirdness here. Nice, there we go.
So a couple of forward 3s, so now Suneo's absolutely looking forward to it again. What a call out!
A cool combo too, I like that. A lot of auto 9s in there, but uh-oh. Big damage, no fatal blow. This almost might have been over. Oh, I didn't even know he had that locked and loaded.
Oh, he gets the hit as well. Sooneo blocked once, thought it was his turn. Nope, it was Hayatei still.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Hayatei really taking advantage of after those, I guess of the respect after those like spin cancels, where I think we could see maybe Hayatei trying to poke a little bit more. That's one way that we saw, oh, I'm sorry, not Hayatei, see Sooneo poke a little bit more. That's one way that we saw Ninja kill it. That matchup was even in those situations saying, yeah, I'm still going to check you with something right here. I'm still going to make you guess. But we've just seen so much respect, which has worked out for Sooneo in certain situations, but also in certain situations like that, just maybe it's a little bit too much.
So 2-0 for Hayatei. Again, he's the one who sent Sooneo to losers in the first place. He's on the verge of doing the good old-fashioned double elimination. The old double jeopardy. Any changes? Nope, it's right back to the same variation. I think the variation makes a lot of sense. I'm just really impressed at Hayatei's timings on when to go into the sky, when to do forward 3, both of which rarely, and a lot of this is just him on the ground advancing, right through harassing with this right here, for example, harassing with push as well, making it not easy for Sooneo to know where to control.
Yeah, that's the thing about really like Fujin is that he can control so many different spaces at any given time. You really have to make the right read. You know, he can back 2 even if he's not close, which is like his mid-range normal, more than mid-range, almost far range. He can go to the air, he can stay on the ground with the forward 3, he can just dash up. Oh, nice, good combo.
The little wake-up backdash. Beautiful stuff from Hayatei. He gets the corner out of it. Tossing his opponent into the change. And we've seen this spot before. We've seen this spot a bunch of times at this point. This is a really tough situation for Sooneo.
Yeah, I mean, he fights well from the corner, but he's just not getting any damage is the problem. He's just not able to find his small little hits. All right, he's going to have fatal blow.
Okay, so Hayatei freezes up a little bit.
I like this, you know. Oh! I think that's enough. I'm pretty confident.
That's enough. Yeah.
I'm always wrong on fatal blows 100% of the time, so I just don't even guess it anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Boom. Nice. Yeah, taking advantage of that. That's. I mean, as a character, as a zoner who primarily gets his damage from zoning, using crushing blows and fatal blows, a lot like Sindel earlier, is gigantic to be able to like close out some of these matches where you just need that much more damage rather than hit him with a lot more projectiles.
He's been right a couple of times. That's Hayatei ducking under grabs and getting the down 2 KB yet again.
Wait, was that the command grab? Did he change variations?
No,
I thought he didn't.
it was regular grab.
That was regular grab? Okay, okay. Similar looking little animation there, but here we go. Match point now for Hayatei. Seen a lot of relatively one-sided matches so far. Somebody's got to make a huge comeback. Oh no! 2 crushing blows in a row with that move that we just never see the crushing blow for.
Oh man, talk about a stolen turn right there as Hayatei definitely fights at negative frame.
Oh no, everything's working out this round for him. This is going to be so tough to make a comeback for. No fatal blow even, so you just have to be crushing blows, just infinite projectiles hitting without a single trade. And I mean, you know, it is the win push, so if you trade really, really well, maybe you can make it happen, but it's just, yeah, it's just chip eventually. This is going to be so hard. There we go. Oh, didn't get the crushing blow, didn't manage to get the punish. He's getting some damage adding up, but oh, again, no damage. Oh, the crushing blow. This is a chance. This is possible.
Becomes maybe doable, and he got the throw KB lined up, so if he gets another throw, it's going to seal the deal. It's maybe possible. He's frozen, though. He's waiting for Hayatei to spend that bar. There it is.
Oh, he's so low. He's so low.
There's one.
He can't get chipped. He's still got defensive bar. He still has the chance to block some. He's doing so much damage. Can he make his comeback? He can. He does it. Sooneo makes nearly a 100% RoboCop comeback. Unbelievable.
That was an amazing, amazing comeback. For somebody who needs to hit so many times. He did it.
I know, and no fatal blow at all. Just only managing to get these perfect crushing blows that you have to like just perfectly set up, and just every single bit of that, like managing his meter, managing his defensive bar, being able to like, you know, just survive on these weird little hits of chip that Fujin can throw out in these most random places. That was incredible. I mean, that's got to be a morale win, right? At the very minimum. I mean, you got to be going to the next game just being like, I'm the best in the world.
You know, you talked about this character's buffs that came not too long ago in the last patch. One of them was that he got 50 more health. And you can see how important that was right there, because that comeback was made possible by having 50 more health. It would have been over well before that.
Yeah,
back in the day. So, I mean, it really does matter. 2-1 now. Still a lot of control that we've seen from Hayatei's Fujin.
Yeah, I mean, this is still going to be a pretty tough road, right, to come back. I mean, you've already lost to somebody once in a tournament, and you're still down 2-1. But again, you know, morale is a really big thing, and no matter how good you are as a player, whatever happens did in fact happen. So you just got to be ready. And right now, it looks like Hayatei is totally ready, just not missing a beat in taking so much of this life bar.
Sooneo really making some bets right here on defense, and absolutely none of them is working out. None of them worked out, even right there as he looks to block instead.
Oh yeah, all right. You know what?
Right.
I can't like wish for another one. We've
Can't
already
even say
got
it.
our wish. Yeah,
No.
yeah. He actually did almost get the crushing blow right there, but yeah, he's only got one defensive bar. The other one just still charging. Actually, he'll get it back in time, and it's not that easy to get that many hits of chip. There we go. One defensive bar gone. Oh, gets the charge. That might have been it. I'm surprised we didn't see a little bit more just as far as trying to get guaranteed chip there. But yeah, Hayatei playing a little bit safer this time. Just going for the back two, just waiting for the bar to disappear. And he says, yeah, not 2 rounds in a row.
There's that dashing forward. Just that sudden surprise movement when you don't expect it. Okay, Sooneo gets big space, but not much control.
Yeah, he's playing very patient, but he's not as actively zoning as he was before. I mean, he's now finding a lot of damage. Again, like the wrist rocket does a ton of damage, but he's just not finding a ton of hits this time, just because he's waiting to try and punish things.
Sooneo now very patient on his defense. Okay, finds out.
Oh. Yeah, good breakaway. Not a whole lot you can do to stop that at that point in time, but now you just have the defensive bar in the corner. Oh, tried for
Look
the
at this! This pressure from Hayatei is so free form right now. Okay, back to the distance. Looking for plus frames on that, didn't quite connect.
Oh my gosh, this patience! He's just not hitting anything.
He's so worried. He's so worried.
Yep, yep. Oh no, this is match point. Hayatei just needs to find a hit. 2 grabs. All right, maybe one more grab and Chip could do it. At this point, maybe just one more grab. Lands the charge. Oh, so close to Chip, and the time is so low.
The time. 5. Can he just wait it out?
Oh,
maybe.
Did he get the back? Did he get
The
the
chip. This extra 50 health. This extra 50 health is coming in big time.
That's for sure 2 rounds that have been taken from that 50 health. Well, for sure. There's no doubt about it. You can't question it at all. That's amazing. And all right, Sooneo's still in it. Oh my gosh, playing so patient all the way to time, saying, hey, you know what? Grab me. I don't care. I'll still win.
And now okay. Failed, by the way, for Fujin, so he's even scarier up close.
Oh, down 1 anti-air. That was really nice. All right. Again, just taking him all the way to the corner. Oh, that was actually, I mean, it was cool because he managed to get back out of the corner. Maybe that was the intent. But if it was, that's pretty sick. But yeah, this is another tough one. This is going to be almost all of his life. And again, match point despite the sick comebacks. Oh, the kick parry. Okay. There's a chance. Fatal Blow exists this time. I'm never going to give up at this point with Sooneo.
It's possible. The push isn't going to do any damage. There's not enough meter for it yet.
No bar. Yeah, that was a lot tougher of a situation. No way to avoid the chip from even the interactable. And Hayatei saying, I'm not letting you do that 2 times in a row. But what did happen 2 times in a row is Hayatei beating Sooneo. But I gotta say, I still felt that Sooneo was the star of that.